Michelle, who is actually my coach, and she has some challengers that might hop on as well. And actually, one of her coaches, Shelby, is on here too. So if you're just wondering who some of these other people are, that's who everybody is. And basically, what we didn't really have anything planned too fancy for tonight, but we did want to just talk a little bit about, what do you do after you've done the 21-day fix? Most of you guys are doing the 21-day fix program, and it ends in 21 days. So then what do you do? How do you make this a lifestyle change? What do you do after the 21 days? So that's just kind of what our focus is going to be tonight. And we'll try and keep this short because we know it's late and everyone has stuff to do. But before we get started, does anyone have any questions or anything you want to just kind of talk to us about or mention? Anybody? Everyone's doing okay?
Yes.
Good. We're into week 3, right? Week 3 of the health vet. I gotta turn this fire off behind me. It's hot outside. Okay. Oh, Michelle, I see you talking. You're muted.
I was muting because my 5-year-old is still up and she wants crushed ice. So that's really a quiet experience around here. Is everybody doing the 21-day fix?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. You guys are liking it and having good results already, I bet. I bet you're feeling good already.
Feeling good.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah. And Rhonda, what have you been doing?
I'm doing the core de force.
Yeah, that's right. And Karen, what are you doing?
I'm doing T25.
Oh yeah, how are you liking that?
Hi, Kay. Yeah, it's pretty quick. It starts and then it's over. It's cool. But I'm missing the weights, so using some weights. So I think I'll be glad to switch over to something else. But I'm gonna at least finish the first month.
So you get to do weights in the second month, Karen.
Oh, do you? So I should maybe check that out. Okay, I'm missing that part.
Yeah, you should really give it the full program. Honestly, it was one of the first programs I did. It's a great program. It's month 2 is way better than month 1.
Okay. Well, you know what? I will stick with it then because I really like it. It's so quick. Yeah.
Really quick. Yeah. Really good. Speed. I forget what it's called. Speed 2, I think, is my favorite. I still go back and do that all the time for some kind
of. Yeah, I like the speed one. Yeah.
It's a good program, though.
Okay. All right. I'll stick with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if no one has anything that they really want to talk about, we can just kind of chat. So I don't have too much information to give you guys tonight, but basically, I don't want you guys to ever think of this as an end, right? That's the unfortunate thing that happens when people start the 21-day fix is because it's 21 days. And Autumn even talks a lot in her workouts, give me 21 days. I'm going to give you the body you've always wanted. And I mean, I think we all know that really isn't the case unless maybe you've got 5 pounds to lose and you already have a 5-pack. Maybe you can get to where you want to be in 21 days. But I mean, a lot of things can happen in 21 days. Absolutely. You can get to your goal weight. You can feel a whole heck of a lot better, but it doesn't end there. At day 21, you don't just go back to eating how you were and living the same lifestyle. That's just the beginning, basically, at the end of those 21 days. So at that point, you can decide to repeat that and you just keep on going. And that's what I did when I first started is, I didn't have any other programs. We didn't have Beachbody on demand. We didn't have this all access. So I just repeated the 21-day fix. And that's what a lot of my challengers have done over the past couple of years is just done round after round after round, which is awesome. Because they're not in the mentality that anything ends. You just keep on going. But the thing, too, that happens when you do the same program over and over again is, for one, you get super bored. I know just doing one round of the 21-day fix, I'm ready to start something new. plus your body gets very used to that. Sometimes you get very comfortable and you feel stronger. However, you don't up the weights at all. So you're still using the exact same weights that you were using 4, 5, 6 weeks ago. So your body isn't really going to change. You're just going to kind of hit a bit of a plateau. So I always suggest that after you finish your first round, you jump into another program. And some people are hesitant to do that because they think, oh, I need to master this, or I need to get to my goal before I try anything different. I hear that a lot. Like, I think people are really almost scared to try something different, but you need to, like, your body needs that, your mind needs that, and nothing gets you more like kind of pumped up to start day one again than starting a brand new program. I find, for me, like today I started a brand new program and I was so excited, and like I find every 30 days or so I need that, like, just to get me back on track and just to refocus again on day one. So I think that's important to kind of have a plan. I always have a plan. I always know what I'm going to be doing after each program is completed. So you want to also start thinking ahead to what you're going to do after your 21 days are up, or, Rhonda, you're doing core de force. So after your 30 days are up, what are you going to move into next? Because you want to keep challenging yourself. As far as the eating plan goes, I don't know if this is like said anywhere, but this is just kind of my personal opinion. If you're eating at that lower calorie bracket, I think it's like the 1,200 to 1,500 calorie bracket maybe. I don't know if you should stay in that for too long. It's very much a calorie deficit, which is what the 21-day fix is. In order to lose weight, you do have to eat at a calorie deficit, which that's just common sense. But doing that for too long, I don't think is necessarily a healthy thing, because it can start to slow down your metabolism and almost put your body into like starvation mode, and your body will be used to only receiving that many calories. And so it's going to compensate a little bit, and it's not going to burn as many calories as it should. So you might hit a plateau and you're not seeing any more results. You're not seeing any more weight loss. And it's because your body's metabolism is starting to shut down a little bit because you're eating at such a calorie deficit. So I think eating in that lower calorie bracket is great for 1 or 2 rounds even. But I do think at some point you want to maybe bump it up to the next calorie bracket for sure, because you can't really sustain only eating that many calories for too long. So I don't know. Michelle, do you have anything to add about that?
Yeah, I would totally agree. I know I don't know a lot of you, but I have a pretty big weight loss story. I lost about 90 pounds. And for years, I stayed at that very low calorie bracket. And it took me a very long time to lose sort of 60 of my 80 pounds. When I got to about 60 and had about 20 pounds left to lose, and legit 20, it wasn't like, oh, I wanted to look like a supermodel 20 pounds. It was, I still had quite a bit of weight on my frame. And I was down at such a low calorie bracket. I had basically just put my body into starvation mode. So anything I gave my body, it was holding on to because it didn't trust me. I kind of put it in as simple terms as possible. Like, your body starts saying, I don't believe she's going to give me enough food. I'm just going to keep every single thing she gives me, and I'm going to turn it into whatever I want. I'm not going to burn that. So you end up actually gaining weight. Like, I was exercising 2 hours a day like a crazy person and eating like salad and chicken and egg whites and broccoli, and I was not losing a thing. And then I started the 21-day fix, and I actually went into kind of through talking to some nutritionists that they didn't have anything to do with Beachbody, but I started the 21-day fix, and they encouraged me to go up to the 1,500 calorie bracket, that I basically carb depleted my body, and my body was just like starving. And once I got through the first month or so of the 21-day fix at 1,500 calories, and I did go up a couple pounds at first, but then I quickly came back down and I lost the 20 very quickly. It was like my body finally started getting what it needed. So I 100% agree with Megan. I would not stay in that low bracket for very long. It is not enough food. I know that's against every principle you've ever heard. It doesn't sound right and you don't want to do it because it sounds scary, but honestly, I would never ever do that to my body again. I literally lost my period because my body was in such bad spot, and it took a very, very, very long time to get it back, and that's not normal. That is not normal stuff. And it's really all to do with, you know, how you're fueling your body and feeding it. So I really would listen to what Megan said. It's really important not to stay down there for too long.
That was kind of going to be actually my question, Megan. I think I was Michelle. I was going to plan on messaging you. So I'm on, I think, like my third round of the 21 day. Like in the first month, I dropped weight I didn't even know I had. So now Dorothy's kicked herself up. So she's going to do she's off the country heat now. She's going to do 2 or 3 months of the 21 day. But I'm going to do 1 more month of the 21, and then I'm going to kick myself up to extreme. So since I've already been on, and I was in the lower bracket, the lowest bracket when I started, and I've still been on it. So should I kick myself up like Megan or Michelle to the other one, or should I wait until I start extreme?
Shelby, I would definitely, have you stalled? You can't want to lose much more weight.
Not really. I'm gonna wait till next week to kind of weigh in, because I haven't weighed myself since December. But I know when my first month I dropped from 145 to 130 something. So it's not I think I don't see too much more weight, but I feel like I've toned a whole lot more. But I just, like Megan said, I don't want to throw my body into shock, but I'm also afraid to put it all back on.
And you can do it gradually. That's what I had to do. I gradually added another yellow in, and I gradually, I didn't just all of a sudden go up to 1,800 calories. I just gradually added stuff in. When you're trying, at the point you're at, Shelby, and really all of us, no one wants to look skinny fat, right? That's why we have the 21-day fix, because it's helping us build muscle as we're losing fat. Or some people like Shelby now is just at the point that you're wanting to tone up and have that nice sculpted muscle. Well, to build muscle, you need fuel, you need food, you need those right calories to build that muscle. So I would definitely go up. I would definitely add
day, add in another protein or add in another carb, or should I just completely kick it up?
I would probably, I don't know. What do you think, Megan?
I think you only add in, it's not much when you
No,
go up.
Only one other vegetable or one
carb and 1 fruit.
Yeah. It's
so
not,
start that in February, then I should be okay then.
Yeah. And everybody's so different. You have to experiment with this stuff. I have PCOS, so I can't have fruit. My body doesn't process sugar. So I just don't have purple. I have extra greens. I know that about my body. I don't have to, you have to listen to your body. So play around with it. If you all of a sudden go up too high, then you just have to kind of play around with it and talk to your person. And we're not nutritionists, right? So we're
that's how do I
kind of sharing what we know about our own bodies and trying to help you guys through it. So, but it's kind of trial and error. You have to really kind of play around with it. But
now finding even after dinner, I'm flipping starving.
Yeah. So you need more food.
Yeah.
Your body's feed me.
Yeah, I'm hungry, and it's not bored hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah. And that's what I always say to people too. If you are legitimately hungry, then you need to go up, because otherwise you're just going to end up making some major bad choices, and you're just going to just totally fall off the wagon, or you're just going to say, forget this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm starving, so I can't follow this program. And you shouldn't feel like you're starving on this program. Like I do know that bottom calorie bracket. I did do it for like one round, maybe not even a full round. And I was hungry. Like I dropped weight that first week. Like I wasn't even trying to lose weight, and I dropped weight right away. So I knew for me, like I needed more food. So I've always gone up to that 1,500 level, because like we want to be able to maintain this. We want to be able to do this for the next 10, 20, 30 years, right? Like this is our new way of eating, and it can be. It's very much something that you can do for the rest of your life. Absolutely. But
like the month or two when I was doing it, the lower calorie was like enough for me. Like I even had a hard enough time getting all of that food in, and I was full. But now I found like in January, I'm like legitimately hungry at the end of the day. So I think starting
because now your body, you've developed muscle, and so your body is now using more calories every day, and so you're feeling hungry because you're burning up more fat. Whereas when you first started, your metabolism wasn't working as well, so you didn't need enough calories. But the more you do this, the more calories you do end up needing. And you have to somehow figure out how to make this something that you can sustain.
Like,
and
carb for dinner today, and now I'm like pleasantly full. I could like munch on something, but I know that's just boredom, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
that's the key. You have to know the difference between boredom and actually really being hungry. That's my forever problem.
And the great thing about this program is that you always have the tools. Like, I think this is my favorite part, because if you're going on vacation let's say you're going on vacation in March, you can figure out, you can kind of like backtrack and be like, okay, so I'm leaving, March 1st. So I want to be looking and feeling awesome. So figure out when your 21 days need to start, and start then, and go back down to the calorie level where you should be in order to lose weight, and do one round right before your trip, and you'll just be feeling awesome going into your trip. You'll be lean, you'll be like happy and confident, and then go on your trip, have fun, indulge, enjoy yourself, because when you come home, you've got the tools, and you can get right back onto it and do another round in that lower calorie bracket, and then bump back up, because you want to be able to maintain this lifestyle. And then maybe Easter happens and it was rough. Well, Monday you start back, like you figure out, like I do this all the time. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get back to that level where, I need to lose a couple pounds or something. So and it's all about playing around with it. And that's okay. Like that's what you're meant to figure that out as you go, because that's the beauty of the program. You will always have those tools, and you fall off track, well, you know exactly how to get back on track. So I think that's just, it's always comforting for me when I know, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm not panicked, like, oh my God, now what? Because I know I'll come home and I'll just do a round, and I'll stick to those containers like nobody's business, and I'll be back to feeling good in no time. Like it really only takes, I don't know, I find within like 4 or 5 days of following it to a T, I feel right back to where I need to be. And, then the results start to happen after that you can physically see. But as far as feeling, I start to feel much better within 3 to 4 days of it. So
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm
glad we're having this conversation.
Sorry?
I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because I didn't realize any of this. Like, I'm learning something new here, and like I'm hungry all the time because I'm in the lowest bracket. That's why I've lost like 30 pounds so far, and I'm toning up now. And so I'm always snacking. I'm always eating out of my containers. I don't know.
Bump it up, girl. Bump it up.
Yeah, bump it up.
I'm eating my containers, plus I'm still eating other things because I'm hungry.
Yeah, so bump up. And like I still follow the program. Like I still, like at dinner, I got my yellows and my greens and my reds out. Like I still fill my containers every day and use them. It's just, I'm not as like anal about being in that lower calorie bracket if that's where I need to be. But I still, measure everything because I don't want to start gaining weight for unnecessary reasons. But yeah, definitely. Like if you are feeling like you're hungry, you got to bump it up and you'll feel so good.
Yeah, you should never ever feel like you're on a diet. Like you really like, unless like Megan said, you're going on a trip and you really want to lean out and feel, well, then go down to that lower again and lean out. Like that's fine to do a couple times a year, but really your body needs good fuel all the time just to keep it going, like at a proper, like just to keep everything functioning properly. And 1,500 to 1,800 calories is not a lot of calories for a body to function. Like it's not like that's a whole bunch that's going to make you like turn into a tank overnight. Like that's like a really good normal amount of calories for most women, really, especially if you guys are really doing your workouts. And Diana, I know you are, like you're really doing your workouts every day. So you need that.
I missed, since I started this, like, because I did the health bet in September. So when did we start? Like August 28th or something? Like around there? I think I've missed maybe 6 days that I haven't worked out since.
Wow.
Like I'm curious about it. But no, like there's some days where I'm completely satisfied with what I've eaten. I'm not hungry. And then there's other days like today when I was just making lunches before I jumped on this call, I was eating crackers and cheese because that's what I put in Sarah's lunch and I just needed something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's a good sign. You need, like your body needs some more food. It's not, once you feed it, once you bump up, then you're not going to be snacking. Like you're not going to want it. You're going to feel just so much better, like so much better all day. Like even clear thoughts and like, if you're not fueling your body properly, it can really like mess up a lot of stuff. Like you're all of a sudden you're hazy and can't like really focus. And yeah, so I definitely, you may find like you start toning up better. Like you're just going to, give your body what it needs and everything will just work and function better. Same with you, Shelby. You might be surprised what happens to those abs when you actually start giving it the right food.
Yeah, because now I'm doubling up, so I'm doing.
Oh my God. Okay, if anyone's doubling up, you need more food.
That was going to be my next thing.
I'm trying to double up. Some days are easier to get it done than others, but my goal was for all of January to double up if I could, and I'm doing abs like almost every day. So the cardios I have a hard time doing when it's a double up on those days, but that was kind of like my goal was to double up. So that's probably why I'm like dying of starvation.
Yeah, definitely.
Like today I just did Pilates on my lunch in like a back office courtroom, and then I did abs and total body tonight. So I'm hungry already.
Yeah, you need your metabolism will just start to slow right down. So definitely. And I think Rhonda, you also go to the gym sometimes and are fitting in workouts. So, I think for you as well, because you've had huge weight loss too.
Yeah, I was actually last challenge I was doing both, and this challenge I've just been sticking to the core de force in the morning, and I've been skipping the gym just because I knew. And with the amount that I've been working lately, if I can actually get the core de force in first thing in the morning, I'm happy, because if I went to the gym and then tried to do core de force at night, I would be dead. So especially like last Monday, I worked till 11:30 at night. So there was no way I was going to be doing a workout after that. So we discussed that last challenge too, that I upped my food intake as well, as I was pretty much at a standstill. And I was at times really hungry some nights, and I was like, this is crazy. So, and I upped it, and then I felt fine afterward. And I'm still losing inches. I'm not really losing much weight now, but I don't need to lose any more weight. I've almost lost 20 pounds since the beginning of November. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I was just going to say something and I lost my train of thought. What I did want to mention to you is just make sure that whatever program you're following, take a look at that nutrition plan, because each program follows a different nutrition plan. They're all similar, like they follow the container system, but for instance, Tour de Force, in the second week, you add in an extra purple.
Yeah, and you add something the third week as well.
Yeah, you add in an extra blue and a purple.
Yeah.
So each program kind of has their own little unique way of doing things, because different workouts are having you burn more calories than another program, right? So it really, like, make sure you take some time and check out the specific eating plan for that program.
I will say, if you are an all access member and you're going to try out an older program, it's not the Fix Nutrition. So the Fix Nutrition just came about 2.5 years ago. So if you're going to do a program like Shade Extreme or PIO or Turbo Fire, even T25, it doesn't have the container system either. So what I would suggest is just connecting with your coach, because we'll help you figure out how to make the containers work. I still believe 100% the Fix nutrition is the best. It's the easiest. The old nutrition plans were not easy to follow. So we'll just help you like transition what's right for that older program, but using Fix Nutrition. So just connect with your coach about that, because you could get into that nutrition plan and be like, oh my God, like I just figured out the Fix. How am I supposed to do this? And we'll just figure out how to make it all work. It's all about where your calorie bracket would be. So it's easy for us to figure that out, but just don't get scared off of a workout program because you think, oh, I just don't want to do this nutrition, because we can just transition you into using the Fix, because they are not Fix friendly, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's all the nutrition. Like it does not matter how hard you're working or how often you're working out or not working out. It's the containers. Like if you are not following the meal plan, you're not going to see the results, like, no matter what. So just, definitely focus on that eating. And Megan, I know you're going for surgery soon. So you can like definitely just stick to the eating plan while you're recovering and whatnot. And you still will, be able to feel the results and the benefits of clean eating and the proper portioning. And that's like no better time than to do that when you're off and recovering, because that's a time where you could gain weight, right?
Well, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've gained 2 pounds since starting it, but I've lost inches.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know it's not always about the scale, but I wish the number had gone down a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Now, are you in the bottom calorie level?
Yeah.
So how long are you going to be off, like not able to work out?
Well, supposedly it's a year. Is what I was told, but I think with physio and stuff, they'll give you what you're allowed to do. And ideally, like I know that my physiotherapist said that she hopes that I would be able to like do squats and stuff at a controlled level at like 3 months, or I don't know. I think it all depends.
Yeah. So Michelle, would you recommend her like staying in that lower calorie bracket then? Like, that's always kind of my question too. Like if you're inactive.
That's hard.
Yeah. Do you find that you're starving? Like,
no, like I've found I've had a really fairly easy time following it. I've really not had, like, aside from the odd drink, because I can't get away from that, I haven't really snacked too much. So I'm good with my like frozen Greek yogurt as a dessert. I'll sometimes put like a little bit of chocolate chips on it or something when I need something sweet. And the rest of the time I'm having a pretty easy time measuring out my stuff. And I'm not finding I'm starving. Like I feel like over the course of the day, I can portion out my, snack times and meal times and stuff. And it's been pretty good.
yeah.
I would just kind of take it as it comes, you know,
Yeah.
like if you feel like all of a sudden, like Diana said, she's noticing herself just grabbing things that, you know, she knows she shouldn't, but she's hungry. And
Yeah.
then I would maybe for a month or something go up a little bit and see if you feel better that way. And maybe then the scale will go up and you're like, okay, I'm going to rein it back in a little bit. Like I do that all the time. I'm constantly, and I'm one to tell you, I work out hard every day and never, ever, ever miss a day. And I've just had a whole bunch of emotional kind of stuff happen in the last 6 weeks. I've gained 8 pounds. So you can work out like a crazy person every single day. But if your nutrition is off, that you will gain weight. Like it's just, that's the way it is. So when Megan says the containers are where it's at, that's really what it is. That's what you have to have control over. So I would just kind of see how it goes. And you may be you know, you may be able to go higher sometimes and then have to bring it back down, and just don't get, like anything, don't let it get out of control, right? Like all of a sudden when it's 12 pounds, well, then it's a big job. It's not big of a job when it's just a couple pounds.
Yeah. Well, I think, it's just going to be seeing how the recovery goes, but I'm hoping to stick in that bracket and just get active as soon as I can, I guess.
And then even when you do start to incorporate some like more intense physio and whatnot, then you might feel like going up just to give your body that little like jump start again. Like, oh, okay, now I know I need to start burning some calories here again. So that might be something you could kind of play around with too.
Well, I think I'm on week 2 of Core de Force now, because I had to wait till it came in the mail. And so I think I'm supposed to go up a weight, like calorie bracket. Yeah. So I don't know, but I only have 4 more days to do it.
Yeah.
So I've been counting down. I've been trying to get in as many workouts as I can. But
yeah. Oh, you'll be back to it in no time.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, does anyone have anything else to comment or any questions before we sign off for the night? Okay, well, thanks everyone for jumping on, and we'll talk to you guys all soon.
Yeah. Good luck.
Bye.
See you later.